Smart 24, driving business.
We'll be back from that. It's exactly 8 minutes past the hour of 9 a.m. Definitely heading into the last, still the very last hour of the show. That is a Smart Men's Business, your daily kickstarter for the day, as we bring to you the up-to-date facts, which are quite very key and instrumental when it comes to decision making. Now, of course, all these conversations are powered by Zabo, which is a platform from all East Africa, and this just made your trading experience much more easy and friendly. Now, the markets of the platform, as I speak right now, they are already in operation. You can buy bonds. You can participate by simply dialing *292#, and with this code, you will be able to buy bonds and securities. Government bonds and securities for a fee of 15,000. You get in shillings. Yes, 15,000. You get in shillings. Now, at 8:59 a.m., that's when the markets open, and they run up to 3:15 p.m. That is East African time. This is effective Monday up to Friday, apart from the weekends and the public holidays. When those markets cannot be accessed. But of course, that's not the big deal here. At least you have the rest of the days to capitalize and make money. And something which I believe it's quite key and important when it comes to your financial growth and development. Zabo made this a reality, and that's why it confidently comes and tells you that it's my money, it's my future. And Altex East Africa tells you that you need to do something new for yourself. Remember, at least 2023. Well, now talking about business scams. By the way, Zab is a legitimate business. You can participate and you'll be able to buy bonds. And you know, one amazing thing I like about the Zabo platform is that, of course, they will tell you that there is a return on investment that is not over-exaggerated.
Yeah.
So it's one of the legit aspects. You trade bonds and securities, and of course, certified by the Capital Markets Authority. Those are quite key factors to look into. Now, we get into another discussion at this particular time still. What are the red flags to know that actually your business is a scam? Quite lots of flags. Before you fall for, you be a victim once again, losing millions of money. Maybe to digress a little bit, when FTX collapsed, I saw an interview of a gentleman who had invested about 150,000 US dollars. That's about 700 million. Because $100 is about, okay, no, not 700 million, because $100,000 is about 370 million. $50, that's about, okay, roughly he lost about 400 million. He said his account went from $150,000 to $2 in just a week.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
That's what happened with FTX.
So, therefore, you have to be so crucial. You have to make research, actually. Or maybe if you have like a financial advisor, advise them, I have money on me. What would be the best way to invest? Which avenues can I invest in? And they're going to come up with different lists of avenues where you can invest in. But of course, one of the red flags that I know about is the pressure to invest quickly. The rate at which they tell you to invest, oh my goodness. No, they're like, no, don't even mind. It's okay, we're good. Yeah. So for you, because you're excited and you've been hoping maybe to buy land, and you're like, you know what, let me put this 10 million. I'll expect 100 and maybe like 20 million in return.
20 million. You can tell you to invest 10M and you can get 80. I mean, it's,
oh my goodness,
it's excess profit. It's about almost 90% profit.
Yeah, 90%.
Actually, 100% profit.
Yeah, it's 100% plus 100. So imagine, the pressure of you to invest is so high.
It's so high.
It's so high. Just a call and you're like we're from there, invest. They're like, so what should I do? They're like, no. All you need to do, bring in what, and that's it. They didn't even explain to you what the company does. All you have to do is tell you they invest.
Invest. And on top of that, there is also this aspect here of promises of high returns. If this investment is promising really high return, scammers often surprise unrealistic returns on investment, such as 100% or more per year. And these returns are simply not possible, and this should be actually a red flag for you to see that. Actually, this is my way how I test some of these people. This is my way. I mean, if somebody tells me, hey, this business is making me money a day, I can make $50, $100. That's about $360 every day. I can I'd be like, okay, all right. I wait for you after 3 weeks. I tell you that I'm going to be a part of it. Then I'm gonna call you one day and tell you, hey, I'm in a problem. I need just 15,000. And majority of them
Won't be able
don't give it you. And I've experienced it even with some other friends of mine. They're smart. They put on suits.
It's just an impression, like
just an impression. Create an impression, and probably most of these lifestyles they live as being sponsored by those very people that actually are using them to recruit more members in the cult.
I remember one of those days in the early 2000s. Remember, there was a lot of fraud, a lot of scams that was scamming people over the phone. You remember that you've won this and this.
Yeah.
So all you have to do, get a book, write the deposit 10,000. 10,000 was a lot, like in 2007, 2006 there.
It was some money.
It was some money really, and people lost millions of money due to that. So because you feel like 10,000, I'm going to get maybe $1 million out of 10,000, it's quite okay. And people have been scammed actually. Mobile money, through phones, not only just these financial institutions coming up, but even phones. Someone's like, hello, you know what, I mistakenly deposited money on your mobile money, could you send it back? Like, okay, how is that even possible?
How is that possible?
Yeah.
Before you know it, you check it, the money's not there.
Even the one you had is not even there.
That's even the worst experience. Now, of course, more of the red flags of a business come here. There is a lack of transparency, and a legitimate business will be transparent about its investment strategy and financials. Now, if a business is not willing to provide this information, it's a red flag.
Let me tell you,
because majority come as we are selling these products, invest in us, and all that.
And that's it.
But you find that they're not even; those products don't even exist.
Yeah.
The products don't even exist. So what does that mean? Transparency. There is no transparency. There has to be a clear line of that. Now, of course, there is also registration with fake or unregistered financial regulators because scammers may try to make their business legitimate by registering, that is with a fake or unregistered financial regulator.
They just go to NASA, print out something, they're like, oh yeah,
Exactly.
we're even registered. Can you have a look? We are authentic. Excitement gets you ahead and you're like, you know what, these guys are legit. I think I need to, I've been hoping to get more money. So I have
God
to.
has answered my prayers.
That could be the devil speaking, actually. Yeah.
Then there is requests for personal information or money upfront, because legitimate businesses will not ask for your personal information or money upfront. If a business asks for this information, it's definitely a red flag as a result of that. High pressure sales tactics. They are good at that. Scammers often use high pressure tactics, that is to pressure people into investing into that, and they may try to create a sense of urgency to make you feel like you will miss out on a great opportunity if you don't invest the right way. And you see, when you tell them, okay, I'm going to invest in 2 months' time, probably there is someone I'm expecting, they'll be quick to tell you, no, why are you waiting? And you see, the funny thing is that if the business you're putting me into is really making money, why don't you lend me money? I invest and I pay you back. Simple. If you're really desperate for me to be there, but you tell me go look for the money. By the way, now this is how you can get these people. Somebody tells you the business works. Simply tell him, I don't have money. Okay, if you tell him that, okay, I'm going to invest this money, probably, I'm expecting money in 3 months to start to invest in your business. And this person is insisting so hard, he's telling you, go look for that money. Simply tell them, kindly lend me the money. When I'll pay you back with interest. Simple. Just Then the rest, you will tell me. You will tell me.
Yes,
and
yes,
they have
yes.
meetings they hold in buildings down there in town. Quite lots of people. Please don't fall victims of that. Now, there is this last part. Me, this is what I use to know a scam on my side.
Okay.
I go to the internet. If I see this company, there is the aspect of negative reviews and complaints from other investors. It's quite key. And in most cases, once you type in that and the first 3 on your Google are telling you company X is a scam, I lost money. Don't bother. Don't even bother. That is the first flag. When you make your research on the internet way, of course there are influencers. You'll see some posts in most cases which are praising that company, saying, oh, because majority of those are actually from the influencers. But despite, I don't care how much influencers you have to push a scam into the people, if it's a scam, because some of the people who are even influencing the project might be scammed in the process. And before you know it, they're going to turn around against that. So that is something to look into. Pressure, somebody is pressuring you to invest. No, tell them, give me the money you've made at least to lend me.
And I will give it
invest,
back.
And I'll pay you. And you don't even tell them that I'm going to pay you. I'll pay you with the interest. To tell them that it's going to multiply. Anyway.
Yes. Anyway, let's. I think we could maybe read a few things here on this case of maybe Capital Kitchen, so that people get a gist of what is happening for those that have been seeing it over social media, and then maybe you could be wondering. But the case here is that they assume, they say they closed down temporarily because their finances were frozen. Their accounts were frozen, and people had different reports coming in. And of course, we see a case, someone lost 100 million while others lost 52 million. And that is in Ginger Police. And of course, here in a statement, they say that we have been forced to close temporarily following the Capital Markets Authority news release discrediting us about 2 weeks ago. And of course, a subsequent freeze of our accounts by the financial institute, and of course, and has made it impossible for us to run the normal operations. Why, actually, of all? You know, do you know Capital Kitchen had partners, even with some TVs and many companies, you know? So imagine Capital Markets Authority is coming in and they're like, you know what? You don't seem to be, why aren't you registered? And yet you're operating and people are investing huge sums of money. Yeah, that was supposed to be the number one thing. If they were actually legit, that was the number one thing they were supposed to do. You cannot just come out of the body like, you know, I've start investing.
Yeah, I love Binance. After what happened to FTX, Binance came out and started to release it releases its balance. I mean, they call it the balance sheet publicly, so that people can actually see how it's really operating. Binance does that. Ever since the collapse of FTX last year. So that is something they have done out. Well, it's now 21 minutes past 9. I think now we can take a look at why are these scams really on the rise? What is leading to that? What is leading to that?
Desperation. We want money.
We can see here critical challenges underpinning vulnerability of scams in Uganda's financial landscape. Now, there is something here which I'm saying, as we can actually take a look at these issues here. The top point is limited financial literacy.
Yeah.
Because a mere 20% of Ugandans possesses a grasp of fundamental financial products and services, rendering them, of course, susceptible to scams due to their restricted knowledge.
By the way, Andrew, I will tell you, but do you know, you would be surprised on how easy it is to scam people.
Yeah.
Individually, mostly those people that maybe are in the rural areas, they don't know much, you know, make a call just, oh my goodness, you see money just coming in for you. So there has to be awareness, people have to be aware, or there has to be a list actually. If you're planning to invest, go through the list that is registered. You'll be like, you know what, I'm investing in company A, B, and C. Instead, you know, there is in Uganda, in our language, they call it takahanjisano. Like you go with the trend. You go with what is going.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That is a 2021 report. 2021 survey report by the Financial Intelligence Authority of Uganda, which found that only 20% of Ugandans can actually have basic understanding on of financial products and services. Now, high unemployment to double, like we saw. We see the unemployment rate in Uganda is estimated to actually be at around 10%. Now, this high unemployment rate can take people more desperate, can make people more desperate for financial opportunities, which can make them more likely, because they want to make quick money.
Because now the report that we had about unemployment doubling, so if it was at 10%, now it's on 20%. So imagine the kind of desperation. While someone with 50K is like, I have to make 150.
Like exactly.
Yeah.
Because even you see the Ponzi scheme of Global, defrauded Ugandan investors, which over 100 billion Ugandan shillings. Many of the victims were actually unemployed and were looking for ways to make quick money.
I know.
So then there is also the aspect of lack of trust in financial institutions. It's also leading to that. A 2022 survey by the Uganda Bankers Association found out that actually 50% of Ugandans trust banks. So the other half doesn't trust the banks. Now, this lack of trust can make people more likely to use informal channels such as money lenders, investment schemes, which are more fragile.
That is also goes back to literacy and knowing whichever institute is good. Of course, with also banks, we've had also issues saying, oh, this and this bank is not there. So people are like, nah. I think I'm gonna go, and the interest rates being high, and people are like, I'm going for this thing. It's what is trending, man. People are getting profits.
It's not about trend, man. I mean, it's about the future of you. And
we don't see that. That's the problem. We don't see the long-term consequences of this thing.
Focus on the vision.
Yes.
I mean, on the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Because I would ask myself, is this investment sustainable? Can I build a family in it? Can it pay my bills? Those are quite very important aspects to look into. Then also technological advancements, which have made it easier for scammers to operate. Now, this very year report by Financial Intelligence Authority of Uganda found that scammers increasingly using social media and email to target people and spread false information at the same time. So you must
had WhatsApp alerts someone saying, I got your number from a certain group and you don't know the group you're in. Yeah, they're like, you can invest in this and this dollars. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Boldly in your DM, in your inbox.
Yeah, true. I've encountered
the rate at which people are going far is to get money is really absurd.
Very true.
Someone, they see the number is like Nigerian or whichever, it's not Ugandan, someone is accessing your WhatsApp and like, how? I'm not in any group. What is happening? So they have access to different groups. That's how they get access to numbers of people. Yeah.
Okay, that is true.
So they hack the different groups, they get in there, they start texting, they start DMing people the investment opportunities, At the end of the day, someone is going to be like, oh, how about, let me just do this.
Let me just do this. Right. Very true, very true, very true. Well, we come to the end of this discussion for now, and exactly 26 minutes past 9. And of course, talking about scamming, Zabi is here to help you get rid of that, where you can actually invest your money securely. And for this platform, for you to operate, you simply just dial *292#, which is simply the USSD code that will avail you with options where you will be in position to actually buy government bonds and securities here. Now, the markets open at 8:15 a.m. up to 3:15 p.m. This is effective Monday up to Friday, apart from the weekends and the public holidays when those markets cannot be accessed, but that's never the big deal. At least you have the rest of the days to capitalize and make money, something which I believe it's quite important when it comes to your financial prosperity. So that made this a reality for you with as little as 15,000 you get in shilling. By the way, you realize that most of this comes tell you the biggest, the hugest amount of money. They start from 250, 500,000 and all that. But Zab just tells you 15,000 you can invest. That's why it boldly tells you that it's my money, it's my future. And Altex East Africa tells you that you need to do something new. Well, at this point in time now, we take a break. And of course, when we get back, we shall proceed with the topic of discussion, but also we shall be taking a look at what's really happening at home.
Smart 24, driving business.
Yo!